Like him, he's going to say.
Welcome back to the Saturday Night Showdown. It's now time to go through the winners and losers of the week. Keir Starmer, is he going to be a winner or a loser? No idea. Well, he's met with the bosses of investment giant Blackrock.
Good idea.
Here he is, cozying up to Blackrock's boss, Larry Fink. Now, in a week where Starmer's been slammed for destroying British farming, cutting off heating to the elderly and hammering small businesses with tax hikes, it's a strange time for him to be cozying up to global financial companies who are presumably looking to buy up some farmland on the cheap. Now, what happened to the left? When I was young, dumb and full of leftism, we were suspicious of banks, politicians and big business. We sided with small businesses, working people and communities like farmers. Now left-wingers like Terry Christian and, to be frank, most of them, James O'Brien, all of them, they cheer on Starmer selling off family farms to global corporations. Honestly, I think corporations worked out how to hack the left. If you stick a pride flag on a soulless conglomerate, leftists will fight to the death to defend it. Now, I was really shocked to see it was so blatant. You know, Starmer met with Bill Gates, and now he's meeting with Larry Fink from Blackrock.
What was he thinking? Thank you. But Blackrock has got a controversy about they invest in fossil fuels, and there's a whole thing about China and human rights and so on.
And they're behind the push for DEI with their ESG investment.
Yeah, absolutely. IHA. I hate acronyms, but you're absolutely right. You work on that sort of basis. The optics on this are completely wrong. Starmer is getting it so wrong. The drama of Starmer, the farmer harmer. You work on all of that sort of stuff. It's wrong again, and I think the media is just going to have a field day with him.
Yeah, I don't think Starmer's put a foot right since he was elected.
He hasn't got one thing right. And of course, the left is no longer for the poor. The left is no longer. Labour is no longer for the working class. And the only ones who haven't got the memo are the left-wing comics on the London circuit. But you can't make this stuff up. Politics UK is reporting that, you know, the inheritance tax on farmers, because you inherit a gigantic farm, which is presumably only on paper. You know, it's not liquidity. There's a reason we call it liquidity.
It's an unrealized...
Exactly. So you're supposed to pay tax. I mean, inheritance tax is theft in the first place. Why should I, you know, be paying for something my father owned and paid for it while purchasing it at the moment of purchase and every month or year for having it? But that's another story. But then the tax is so hefty that they give you 10 years, which is already a giveaway, and then they say, if you can't pay it, well, why don't you sell it? Sell it to whom? To those who are going to tarmac over it and all that. And now, Politics UK is reporting, and I conclude, £516 million British foreign aid to farmers overseas, while they are raising £520 million from British tax farmers over inheritance tax.
We can leave the farmers alone.
So it's a perverse Robin Hood who is stealing from British farmers to give to foreign farmers.
That's insanity.
It's complete insanity.
Ed Miliband as well announced the $11.5 billion is going overseas.
It's absolute nonsense. And actually, I've been basically advocating we should abolish inheritance tax for the very reason you said. It only raises $7 billion in total for the economy. And actually, you work all your life, you pay taxes all your life, and all of a sudden, your family have to get rid of their house because they work on that sort of basis to pay it off. Farmers cannot afford. It's 20%. They're going to work on that sort of basis, over $1 million or whatever it is. Jeremy Clarkson was out saying about this sort of thing, the tractors are out in force. I don't think, as you say, Starmer has put a foot right since he's been in. If we had an election tomorrow, he's out.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think when we have an election in 5 years, he's going to be out then as well, if he makes it that far.